How about the coldest weather you've ever been in when you've been out racing the dogs?
I was in the Yukon Quest in, it was 2008 or 9. It was 70 below zero on this place called Birch Creek. That was without the wind.
70 below
70
zero?
below zero. I mean, just about everybody on the race normally has a thermometer on their sled because of different reasons. The plastics that we use glide different on different temperatures of snow.
The plastics that you use on the sled?
On the sled, yeah.
Okay.
The foods that we feed, when it's that cold, you want more fat. When it's warm, you want more liquids. Okay. Things of that nature. I can honestly say I've never been so miserable on a dog sled. I got to a certain spot, and I was going to take a break for 6 hours. I took my sleeping bag where your feet go and draped it over my head, and I sat on the front of my sled. It's like a park or a tent now, and I just rocked back and forth. Oh, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to die out here. I'm just going to freeze to death. I got to keep moving. So I'd get up and I'd walk up and down, and dogs got, they're curled up in a little ball like this. They got their nose and their tail, and they're sound asleep.
The dogs are fine.
Dogs are fine, absolutely. They got dog coats on them and bed of straw and whatnot. And in about 4 hours, I'm like, I can't sit here any longer. I'm literally, I'm not going to make it. That's how I feel.
Oh, you really felt that?
I feel that I'm going to, if I sit still, if I go to sleep, I won't wake up.
Wow.
I'm that cold. There's nothing else. I can't get a fire going. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm sorry. And I talk to my dogs like I do anybody. I tell them what we're going to do. I tell them if they're having a good day or a bad day, whatever. And I'm like, guys, I'm miserable. I know you deserve longer. I'm going to ask you to just dig deep. We got to get to somewhere where we can all warm up, get a good meal. You guys into it? My leader looks up, he's like, whatever you want, Dad,
What does 70 below feel like?
Like you're having your skin ripped off, without any numbness. It's you don't expose any skin for more than about 5 seconds. And it blisters, it turns white. I mean, my cheeks, my end of my nose, my fingers, all of these things are pretty well shot because of this sport and that one race.
And what's the longest you've gone for without sleep?
On a race, I think about 3 days, but not...
3 days with no sleep?
No. But a lot of people don't understand how you do that. It's real easy.
How do you do that?
It's easy. Most people get tired. They don't want to drink anything. They don't want to eat anything. They just want to go to sleep. You constantly eat a little bit. It keeps your energy up. People hallucinate because they don't have enough liquid or food. At 40 below, it's really hard to take your glove off and open up a candy wrapper or whatever, Me, I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. I make all my stuff in advance to where I don't have to take my gloves off.
How does your body feel as you're staying awake longer and longer?
You're just a walking zombie, basically. You don't even have to think anymore at this point. Everything you do is routine. You're just making the motions.
How much of a mental toll does it take on your body?
I spent better part of 13 years in the Bering Sea as a king crab fisherman, longline, and that sent me up mentally for anything that ever comes my way. You spend a month or even a week on a small boat with 6 guys in all these rough seas, and it didn't just come naturally. I had to build it basically, but it was what I feel was one of the main strengths that I got out of fishing went to my racing mentality. I chose to be out in this race. I know it's going to be dark. I know it's going to be cold. I know I'm going to be hungry. I know I'm not going to get sleep. If I'm having a bad day, I still got a smile on my face and I'm pretending. So now I'm an actor as well, I don't want them to think that this is something that they should be bummed about. It is not all glamorous. There is going to be downs, and you'll have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I don't want to see those lowest of lows. So that's part of my training. We put them through everything in training that I expect to see on the race, and then what ifs, the unexpected. So I always expect the worst and hope for the best.